Tucker, one thing that we used to agree about, and I discovered when we met in London a few weeks ago, we maybe aren't necessarily on the same page. Going back to when you worked in London, you were pretty much just as I was kind of 100% supportive of Tony Blair, you were 100% supportive of George Bush. But I get the feeling from talking to you that you maybe have a lot of worries now about the strategies that we pursued at that time, and in particular maybe the Iraq war that followed on from the Afghanistan war. Now Rory and I had a very long podcast discussion last year on the anniversary of the war, and so we don't need to rehearse all of the arguments, but I'd just like to get your sense of how your kind of mindset on this may have changed in recent years.
Well, I'll start by saying that I am on the record over and over again defending President Bush, Prime Minister Blair, particularly while I was still in the government, left in early '04. And I think with the passage of time, I recognize that toward the end of his administration, George W. Bush made some long overdue, very helpful changes, which were later undermined as our government swung in a different direction. I think there were nothing but the best of intentions for our country and our alliance and the West and peace. I think there was, as I've said, no playbook for contending with our enemies in a post 9/11 world. And I believe that those who've accused Blair and Bush and others of lying are doing so willfully, knowing that they are wrong, knowing that a lie is about intention and not effect. I think there were very damaging effects from mistakes, but a mistake is far different from a lie. And in the way that George W. Bush held true to supporting our troops and trying to defend our country, I believe he did the best he could, and he will let history judge him. But he didn't lie. And yes, he's human, and there were mistakes. He made mistakes. I made mistakes. And we're all living in a post 9/11, post Iraq, post Syria, post,
Yeah.
we're in tumultuous times.